Forever, I am forever.
So it's looking like Kellen Moore is the new offensive coordinator. Now, mind you, the team is not going to make it official, just like they did with the Mike Vic, just like they did with the Vic Fangio, just like they did with the Vic Fangio signing. Like, we all knew about it. He was already there. The ink was already wrote on the paper on the contract. But they didn't make it official till like 2 days ago, where they posted like, officially, this is your new. So we know what it is. Kellen Moore is going to be the new offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I don't sit around and watch Dallas Cowboy film. That ain't me. F Dallas, that's how we feel around these parts. Y'all know what it is. So I don't just sit around and watch Dallas film. I don't watch the Chargers because why? Like, why would I watch? Come on. Long story short, I had to look into the guy, see what he was about. Kellen Moore, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing, when he was in Dallas, he was effective. Dallas offense was effective. They averaged over his 4 years of being there. First few years, it was like 27 points per game, average. It was like right behind Kansas City, which we don't like to talk about them over here either. But anyway, they were real effective in the red zone. 70% average in the red zone. So if they got to the 20-yard line, 70% of the time they were scoring, which is great. That's great. Also, when he was with the Chargers, before all the injuries start piling up, they was actually pretty effective offense. They was putting up at least 20, like averaging 20, give and take. Now, of course, our the guys we got in our locker room, the guys we got on our team, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We're a more talented team than the Chargers. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're a more talented team than Dallas. Now, his most effective year in Dallas, they were efficient as hell. They were like number one in a lot of things. Y'all remember that year? They were good. I hate to say it, but they were. So with the talent we have, I feel like finally guys will start being used properly. Think about it. Also, when he was with the Chargers, your boy, what's your quarterback over there? Fuck, I can't even call his name. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. You look at his effectiveness, where he was throwing the ball to. They was utilizing the middle of the field, and that's beautiful. You look at our last game. Look at the last few games. Throwing across the middle was like not a thing of our offense. Our offense was stale, it was bland. I don't want to say stale because y'all probably heard that a lot. If you pay attention to anything Eagles related, you heard that word. It's overused. Stale is overused. Scapegoat is overused. Stop using those words because some of them ain't even true. Anyway, we didn't utilize the middle of the field. It was a lot of Jalen Hurts going deep instead of taking the easy money. Easy money. Easy money. Take that instead. So what I'm thinking is Kellen Moore going to come in and have these guys taking easy money, which will actually put a guy that Nick Sirianni said was one of the top tier key position players in our offense. It'll actually make him that because he wasn't last year. I'm talking about Dallas Goedert. Remember, Nick Sirianni's words, the offense runs through AJ, Devontae, and Dallas. That wasn't true at all last year. At all. Dallas Goedert didn't even get used for like the first 4 games or something like that. Like he was non-existent. Then he got hurt, and then he was quote unquote almost non-existent again. Like come on. The talent is too big on this team to not be able to use them right. The dump off, the dunk, the dink and dunk. I know Jalen Hurts don't like to do that, and I feel like with Kellen Moore telling him what to do, maybe we'll see more dink and dunk because that's the easy money. The dink and dunk to the running back now. Speaking of running backs, let's talk about DeAndre Swift. I would love for DeAndre Swift to stay here. Love it. That'd be great. Especially in that offense where it's a pass-heavy offense. Pass is what I'm hearing about Kellen Moore. That's what he likes to do. So get your markers and your poster board, run the ball, ink it up, let the ink dry, get it ready, be out there in training camp, run the ball. But if the passing offense is effective, then you really ain't got to run the ball. So, but what I'm saying is, with it being so pass heavy, would you want to stay here if you was DeAndre Swift? DeAndre Swift is great in the passing. Remember that. So it's actually a key spot. Like, I would love for him to stay here, and he should stay here because I feel like he would get utilized. If he ain't getting utilized as a running back running, then he would get utilized in the passing game. So if I was him, I would stay. But y'all know how the front office feels about running backs. I don't see it happening. While I got y'all attention, can I address something? Can I talk about Jason Kelsey? Because it was brought to my attention by one of my subscribers. And they was like, I thought Jason Kelsey retired. And I was like, go back and watch. You'll see that he didn't. Like, he cleared it up. But I actually believe that Jason Kelsey won't retire. And I say that because if you watched his take that back, his exit interview. If you watch his exit interview, the way he talked was not talking as if the team was in the past. The way he talked was like as if the team is moving forward with him with it. You know what I mean? Let me explain that. So, say I'm about to quit my job, already put in my 2 weeks notice. I know I'm going to another place, right? I know I got a new job lined up. Everybody knows I'm out of here. And then media comes in, they asking me about something that just happened yesterday. And they like, how do you fix that? And I'm like, well, the organizations need to start doing this, or we gotta, I wouldn't say we, because I'm no longer the we. I would say they. Well, they should do this, they should do that. They gotta improve on this. Hopefully they can improve. They. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's key words that I'm picking up on. It's they, because I'm no longer them. Like, hopefully y'all or they or them, like, you know what I mean? You saying it, speaking as somebody that's stepping away from that situation. When you include yourself in the situation and you say we gonna do this, or we need to do this, like moving forward, we need to do that's an indication that you're still part of the team. So I want to clear that up. Now, will that happen? Who knows? There's a lot of time between right now and the start of training camp and the start of the season and all that. But I'm just going off my gut and going off of me reading people and what people say and how they say it. Jason Kelsey coming back for another year. You heard it here first. I'm like 98, 99.9% sure of that. Now, let's talk about the Vic Fangio, because I ain't talked about him. A lot of people saying, well, it might be too late for Vic because we've been running the Vic Fangio defense for the past few years, and we seeing how our defense been getting gashed. A lot of other people saying, well, you got the mastermind, not the copy. You got the real one, not the Xerox. What gonna change under that? A lot of people saying the linebacker play should be a whole lot better because Vic loves his linebackers and he utilizes them perfectly. A lot of people saying, yeah, he ain't going to use the linebackers. They ain't going to utilize them because that ain't in the plan. That's never been in the plan. We know how the position is valued, or should I say undervalued, with the Eagles organization. They don't like the linebackers. They don't like running backs. Like, I don't understand it. So now with him coming in, me personally, here's my thoughts on it. I feel like they respect him. Remember, they wanted him before. Before he went to Miami, they wanted him here. He was in the building. Jonathan Gannon, one of his disciples, he waited so long to go to where he knew he was going, whatever. Messed that up. Vic wanted to be here. Even Miami players and people down there said he mentioned it. I even heard fans. He mentioned coming back he wanted to be an Eagle. So now he's finally an Eagle. If you actually wanted to be somewhere for the longest time, and you finally get that opportunity, you're going to make the most of it. With that being said, with them respecting his opinion, I actually see them actually doing something with the linebacker position, because if your coach that you wanted here before, you didn't get him, you got him now, and he's saying, hey, in order to make this thing work, I need you to get Jeremiah Trotter Jr. first. I know you don't want to. That's what I need for my thing to work. Then that's what it's going to be. Whether like that, would that be a good pick? That might be picking him too high. We ain't going to get into the draft stuff yet, but I'm just saying. I feel like the respect level would make you honor his opinion. He would say, I need this to be successful, or why did you bring me here? Why did you bring me here? So I see that happening, man. I see us actually getting better through the linebacker position because Vic Fangio is here. So we got Vic Fangio, we got Kellen Moore. I done talked about the DeAndre Swift, how I want him back. Will he come back? It'd be great if he did. He might get used in the passing game. Let's hope. Even in the running game, he's a good back. Can't overpay him, which we know that ain't going to happen, but I would love to have him back. Let's talk about the tight end position. Tight ends. At one point, I was thinking, and this brings it back to the Kellen Moore thing too, because Kellen Moore I feel like he would actually utilize Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert will actually be a part of the offense like it was supposed to be. I feel like that'll happen. Now, with that being said, I feel like the backups will actually be coached up a little better to where they'll be more usable, quote unquote, usable in the scheme. Because if you notice, last season, I say last season, it's this season still because the season is still going for the NFL season. This season, when Jack Stoll and Grant Calcaterra, they came in, originally they wasn't getting looks. They'd be wide open, not getting looks because I feel like the trust issue, like Jalen didn't have the trust for him and things like that, and they wasn't schemed up properly, and it just wasn't coached well. And with Kellen Moore coming in, I feel like his opinion will be valued as well, which is going to be a great thing. It's going to be great for Jalen Hurts because now, hey, run this play. Don't deviate from that. If they show you this, okay, you got one option to deviate from it. Do this. Other than that, it's this or this. Run those two right now. I feel like, remember how remember how A.J. Brown was like, well, on that play in Seattle, we did our own thing. How many plays have they done their own thing? And what would Brian Johnson say about it? You see what Brian Johnson said about it? Nothing. You see what Nick Sirianni said about it? Cleared it, like, covered for him. Like, yeah, we tried to do this, try to do that, and this and that. You got the players calling what's going on. Like, if your quarterback is running that and you confident in him switching the play and this is what it's going to be, that's what it is. But if it's both of them together saying, hey, let's do this. Okay, they calling this, but nah, let's do our own thing. That's different. And I think that's because of who you had in the building. You had Brian Johnson, which is, quote unquote, Jalen Hurts' family, friend, whatever. I don't know if they are that tight, but still, you can deviate from that when you got a coach that ain't going to hold you liable, ain't going to hold you accountable for your actions. Now, when you have a brand new guy in Kellen Moore and he says, hey, these two things is what it is, I feel like we're going to have a little bit more, not a little bit, I feel like we're going to have a lot more success, a lot more progression from Jalen Hurts. As Nick Sirianni put it, how he wants to bring somebody in who will work with the quarterback to get him back to where he was when Shane Steichen was here, basically. And that's what I'm hoping happens. I see that happening with Kellen Moore, man. So I'm happy about the signings. I'm happy about the Vic Fangio. Gotta see what it be. Will it be great? Will it not be? I feel like it's an upgrade to have the person that came up with it and the person that can, in this situation, I could deviate from that. I could do this and do this instead of what I've been doing. And you got more faith and confidence in that guy than you had in Sean Desai or Matt Patricia or whoever the hell, or even Jonathan Gannon, because, like I said, he's a Vic disciple. So it's going to be good, y'all. I feel good about this year coming up. We got a whole lot more videos coming ahead. I ain't tell y'all what I was drinking because I ain't even cracked the drink because I just been talking. It's Philly Birds and Beers, but I haven't even cracked the drink, and I'm not because this video is about over. I'll crack it when we done. It's going to be Rheingeist Truth. That's what I'm drinking today. Cincy made. Indian Pale Ale. I'm going to crack that. Probably watch some of these games, man. Enjoy these games. Let me know who y'all got in these games. Also, I hate to say it, and a lot of people rooting against it. A lot of people calling the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl. I called that a while back. I was like, before the San Fran Ravens game, I was like, I see this happening. The Ravens gonna beat them this time, and then they gonna go to the Super Bowl. San Fran gonna beat them. That was my call. Maybe I should have stick to my first call, but that's out there. So that was my initial call. But right now, I'm feeling like Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. They different breed. They're a different breed. Together, they're winners. They find a way to win. I could see Andy Reid pulling out a win against Baltimore. I could see that happening. I could see that. So today, I'm gonna say the Chiefs get the win. I'm gonna say between the 49ers and the Lions. If y'all follow the color scheme and all that stuff, then it don't make sense. But I say, I don't know if Debo playing though. Yeah, that's a tough one. I ain't gonna say on that one. I'm gonna let y'all have that one. But yeah, it should be a good Sunday, man. Only 3 more games left in this season before the season is over, and we can focus on like draft and getting guys in here. Also, the new coaches, because with it being 2 new coordinators, there definitely gonna be a lot of different signings under them. They're bringing in their own guys, so linebacker coaches and quarterback coaches, all that stuff probably gonna change. So I try to keep y'all abreast on that. I will do that through a post or a short, most likely. I won't be like make a video about, oh, they just signed this new quarterback coach. Like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. Anyway, if you made it this far, hit the like, comment, whatever, subscribe or don't, whatever. Either way, go Bears. Go Bears!